Hey, how's it going everyone? It's James Romero here at SwitchWatch and I'm back with something new for you today. This is the first entry into the SwitchWatch Weekly News Roundup. So let us know what you think about this one. If you enjoyed it, we'd love to hear from you down below, and if you've got any comments and feedback, that would be great also. So in the SwitchWatch Weekly News Roundup, what we're going to do is cherry pick some of the most interesting news stories out there. Remember, this is Nintendo Switch related only, so there's no 3DS or mobile news. You're not going to find that stuff here. And what we're going to do is split the news down between facts firstly, and then we're going to get into any major rumours going around, and then finally we'll move on to some recent minor game announcements. Let's get on with the facts. Let's jump in. First up, it's the Nintendo Switch 7.0 firmware update. Nintendo continued to invest in the Switch's operating system by updating it to the grand milestone of 7.0. The prospect of a new update always brings excitement, but delving into the new features here, and you'll probably be a bit disappointed. This update includes a handful more avatar pictures from New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It added traditional and simplified Chinese as well as Korean, which will no doubt make a good few people happy. But aside from that, new features are thin on the ground, with most of the update likely being anti-piracy measures, which didn't last long considering mere hours after the update, it was already hacked. Surely it can't be too long until Nintendo gives us what we all want. Yes, folders and themes. Next up, it's the Smash 2.0 update. It seems to be the week of updates following much speculation and anticipation. An update to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate dropped this week, bringing it up to version 2.0. Whilst this includes a few interesting additions, the most exciting was, of course, the free Piranha Plant DLC for those who purchased the game at launch. When originally announced, Nintendo stated that the Fresh Fighter would be available around February time, so having it drop a little earlier was a nice surprise for you Smash addicts out there. If you didn't register your Smash purchase in time, then unfortunately you have missed out on this freebie, but he's now available for purchase. It's also worth noting that Piranha Plant is not part of the Fighter's Pass. Be warned though, there have been multiple reports of game saves corrupting if using Piranha Plant in All-Star mode. Maybe wait for the next patch before trying that out. Alongside our leafy friend, a few gameplay tweaks were made to smooth out and balance the experience. For a start, Spirit Board is now playable with up to 4 friends. Something hardcore Smash players will be paying close attention to is the character alterations. There is a comprehensive list of buffs and nerfs that you'll probably want to take a look at if you take Smash seriously enough, as it seems pretty much every character has had some form of alteration, whether it be vulnerability frames, ending lags, or launch distance. It's a lot to take in. The Nintendo Switch smashing sales. It's been a phenomenal year for Nintendo. Pretty much everyone agrees with that. They had incredible Christmas this season as Super Smash Bros. Sold over 12 million copies. Bearing in mind the game is barely a month old, it's already shot up to be the 3rd best-selling Nintendo Switch game, passing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. What's just as interesting is that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe shot to number 1, passing Mario Odyssey, which seemed to have had a weaker Christmas period. Around the same time, it was also announced that Nintendo have at least one unannounced title in development, which will apparently please fans immensely. What do you guys think it could be? F-Zero, Golden Sun, or maybe that Star Fox racing game that's been heavily rumoured? Tell us your speculations and wishes in the comments. Now, this may not be major news for many of you, but there's a certain audience out there that will be extremely disappointed to hear that Dead or Alive Xtreme 3 Scarlet will not be seeing a release outside of Asia. This Koei Tecmo spin-off is known for its more blush-worthy antics, but it does have a cult following. And who are we to judge? Whether the lack of a Western release is due to Koei not being confident of its sales potential, or because of not wanting a backlash from what is undeniably a more touchy era these days, it's still going to leave some gamers down in the dumps. Fear not though, the Asian version of this game will actually include English support out of the box, so you can easily import this one from PlayAsia or Amazon in Japan if you really want to. What do you guys think? Do you think we should get Jordan to review this one, since we all know how much he loved Seiran Kagura? Now, moving swiftly on from facts, we're heading into the murky mystery of rumours. The biggest rumour of them all being that Nintendo are planning to release a smaller, more affordable Switch model in late 2019. This was reported last year too, but has been cemented once again by another high-profile outlet. It's supposed to be thinner, with more battery life and more battery efficiency, but also lacking some features of the standard model. We'd guess the Joy-Cons could not be detachable, for example. 2.5 years after the Nintendo Switch's release, we could see this being likely, as Nintendo are known for their hardware revisions. While nothing is officially confirmed from Ubisoft themselves, online listings have been appearing for an Assassin's Creed 3 collection on the Nintendo Switch. This was previously announced for other consoles, but the Switch was seemingly left in the dark, at least until now. This release is set to include the base Assassin's Creed 3 game, plus the supplemental title Liberation, originally a PlayStation Vita exclusive, into one package. It won't be the first time that Assassin's Creed 3 has been on a Nintendo console, as it was launch title for the much maligned Wii U, but would you guys be willing to give it a shot on the Nintendo Switch? This entry appears to be one of the least revered in the veteran series, so it's interesting they've decided to start here rather than the Ezio trilogy or Black Flag, which are often cited by fans as the best of the older games. Finally, let's move on to some quick game announcements that happened this week. After an accidental leak, Darksiders Warmastered Edition will be heading to the Nintendo Switch in April. Modern Combat Blackout, a mobile first-person shooter, will be releasing in the next few weeks as well. Ghoulboy, a retro-inspired action platformer, will be making its way to the Switch later this month on February the 14th. The perfect Valentine's gift, right? Warplanes WW2 Dogfight will be soaring onto the Nintendo Switch on February the 21st. The King's Bird, a precision platform, will be jumping onto the Nintendo Switch this month on the 12th. Metronome, a puzzle rhythm game with a quirky look, will be releasing on the Switch this spring, although no specific date was stated. Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a deck building card game, will be showing its hand this spring on the Nintendo Switch as well. I Am Cryptical, a dungeon crawling twin stick shooter, is coming out on February the 13th, and Solstice Chronicles MIA will be bringing action shooting from February the 7th. And there we have it, guys, this week's news, rumours and game announcements. Let us know which of these is taking your fancy in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content like this. I'm James Romero, this is SwitchWatch, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.